Hi everyone, my name's Anne-Marie. Welcome to Card Making Project 566. Today we're going to make a gorgeous card using our Anna Griffin supplies, and it's aimed mainly at the gentleman in your life. Now, we're not making a floral card, but you could easily adapt it and change the colours to make it into a more feminine card. But I think this is ideal for the guys in your life. You'll have to let me know what you think. Everything I do use I should put in a detailed list on my blog, so please be sure to check it out. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. A head will appear at the end, and I'm going to point in one of the corners, and it will appear, and all you have to do is click on it and you will be able to subscribe to receive notifications of when new videos and tutorials are available. Or you can always check my Facebook page as well. All the links are available at the end of this video. So please sit back, relax, and let's have a look at today's gorgeous project. For this tutorial we're going to use some old stamps from Anna Griffin. These are the text word stamps. Now do not panic if you don't have these. I'm only using the word birthday. I'm using it for the insert, so any of the newer stamps that you might have, stamps from the Treasury collection, anything that you have to use for the occasion that you want to make the card for. But I just saw this and I thought, you know what, that's going to work. So it doesn't matter if you don't have it. They were in the UK and they were across the pond a long time ago. We're also going to be using the French fan die. Now I know I said in the intro that this card is ideal for a guy, and it is. It's got no flowers on it. However, it does use the French fan die. We're going to use it in a slightly different way though. So I just think in the colour scheme that we're using it, it's a good guy card. You could jazz it up for any of your female friends, using different colours, adding a few flowers. But that's the die we're going to use from the fan set. And we're also going to use the ruffle cut and emboss set of dies. We're going to use the strip, both the actual shadow layer and the ornate layer. So those are the dies and the stamps that we're going to use. I'm going to start off with my base card, which is a 7x5 inch card. This is my favourite size of card, and I'm going to use my bone folder to make sure that I've got a nice sharp edge along the crease, so that it will stand up nicely. And for any new viewers, this is a bone folder. This was from the Anna Griffin tool collection, and it's just a very handy tool for folding those creases. On the back of the card I've used one of my Anna Griffin handmade by stamps. I've stamped it in black permanent ink and I've added my name. If you don't use a handmade stamp, just add your name, because the person that receives the card will then know who's made it for them, and then in years to come, when they've kept it, because hopefully they will know and be able to remember that you gave it to them. Now, because I said this is, I think, a perfect card for a guy. Guys like to try and work out how things work, and I think the inside of this card is going to make them think, oh, that's quite clever. And it's only a small thing. Now, I've cut out 4 squares from one of the lovely layers. So I've cut out 4 large of the squares. We're going to be using the full panel on the front of the card. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add these using flat tape on the inside of our card. I've not added anything else yet, and I'm just adding these in 4 corners like so, and that's the last one. They're not cut perfectly straight, they don't have to be perfectly straight. So those are our 4 squares from our patterned layer. I've then cut a layer of ivory cardstock. I've got flat tape on the back of it. Now I've cut this to roughly 6x4 inches, I think it is. I'm just going to double check because I have a feeling it isn't. 4 by, so it's 5.5 inches by 4. I've stamped using the word birthday from our text word stamps, and I've just used black permanent ink. I've got flat tape on the back of it, and I'm simply going to position it between the squares, just so the edges of the squares hit the edges of the insert, like that. Now you'll notice where I've stamped the word birthday. I've stamped it in the middle at both edges and at the top. I've then cut out 4 smaller squares from the centre of our lovely layer. I've got flat tape on the back, and then I'm going to add these over the top of the previous square. Now they don't have to be in exactly the right place, but they do look cool if you can get them a little bit lined up, because I think it's just a neat trick, because somebody would say, oh, that's quite clever, and you'll be thinking, yeah, it is, but it only took you moments to do. So I've taken the thinking out of it for you, you see. I shouldn't say that, really. So that's the third one, and then the final one. There we go. Just match it up a little bit, not perfectly. And you see how now it looks like a little bit of an illusion. A little bit of an optical illusion. And I think, and I know I'm saying gentlemen again, I shouldn't really categorise them, should I? But you know what I mean, how they can be. And it just, you know, they'd be thinking, oh, that's quite clever. So you can write a nice long message because you've got a nice amount of space in there. And I just think that's quite a cool insert idea there. Now for the outside of our card, which is equally as cool. I'm just using my bone folder again to make sure that crease is nice and sharp. Now for our outside layer, for our base layer, we're using our lovely layer, and peel the back of my flat tape away. I'm just going to turn it so I can see where I'm positioning it to make sure I get it, or nearly get it straight. Press it down. Now this is where we're going to use our fan dies, and this is the fan die cutting in its entirety, and I've used the Anna Griffin matte foil in the silver for this. I've die cut the fan, and then I've sliced the centre of it away so you can see it full, and I've just sliced the centre of it away. I've got flat tape in the centre of it, and then just around the edges I've got 3D foam, and I'm going to add this. I'm just going to place it on the card. I'm not going to press it down yet. And then I've die cut a second one, and again I've cut the middle away, and I've got 3D foam around the edge. Now I'm going to marry the two centres up and just cross them over like that, roughly. It doesn't have to be perfect. And once they are together, I can press it down like so. And you're thinking, oh, that would look great, but you've got that ugly join in the middle where they overlap. Now I think that's a really pretty pattern, and that would make a great die itself anyway. So if Anna's watching, you know, make a die out of that, take that idea and put the fans together, and there we go. So our next layer, we need to cover our join up. Now this is where we've used the ruffle. This is the shadow layer, and I've die cut it again from the Lovely Layers collection cardstock like we used for the front, for the base. And all I've done is added 3D foam on the back of it, and I've taken it through the centre of our card. Now I've only turned it round so I can see, because I want to see where that is going. There we go. And that covers the join. And then once I'm happy, I can press it down like so. Then I've taken the ruffle and I've die cut this out of one of the lovely layer cardstocks as well. I've wrapped it round a pencil, front and back, so we just go, we don't fold it, it's just manipulating it and stretching the actual paper fibres just so that it looks a little bit shaped. I'm going to add half of it to the bottom like that, and the other half, I should have said I've cut it in half, and then the other half to the top. Again, manipulated it just round a pencil to give it a little bit of shape. And so we've covered up the centre, and I don't think I've got it really in the middle. So the beauty of this and the beauty of you being at home, I'm just going to move that, because that's what you would do if you were at home. And if we were crafting together, I would say that's not in the middle, and I would have moved it anyway. So, and you would have all wrote to me and said you're not central. So now it is. It's a bit better. Next, I've got two top sections of the fan. Can you see that? I've just cut two away. I had some extra scrap and I cut those out. I'm going to lay one at the top and I'm going to lay one underneath, because I'm hoping I might have positioned them in the right place. See, I went quiet there because I was like, oh, I'm crafting. Then I've taken a sentiment from the mini birthday stickers and sentiments. Now I really like these because I like the contrast of the black and the gold together for the sentiments. I've got 3D foam in the middle, and that's why I'm thinking if I've positioned these in the right place, then we're on to a winner. And then I'm going to put my sticker there like so, and hopefully press it all down. That's in the right place there. And finally add a little bow at the bottom of our sentiment. There we go. And that is our card finished. How quick and easy was that? And you could change that to any occasion, to any sentiment, male or female. And you see what I mean? It's not too flowery. It's a pretty card, but it wouldn't look amiss on a gentleman's mantelpiece. Or you could change it and add a little bit of colour on the background. The inside works perfectly. Stands up nicely. Not so many layers with it. You've got a few. Well, there's not so many. Normal 7x5 envelope. It isn't going to need anything special. It's not going to need a big fat mailer. But what a great card. And everything I use is on my blog, so please be sure to check it out. And there'll be extra photos on there as well. Please give me the thumbs up if you've enjoyed watching. Share with your crafty friends. Find me on Facebook. It's Anne-Marie Vaux, V-A-U-X. Say hello. Let me know what you think. And I would just like to say thank you so much for watching. And I shall see you next time.